guiding every being toward its highest expression, toward greater unity, harmony, and light. To align with the divine pulse is to surrender to the sacred flow, to allow peace, love, and joy to overflow naturally from the soul. These qualities are not external, nor are they something to be attained. They are already within, already part of the essence of being. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, these qualities rise from the soul, transforming every moment into an opportunity to express divine grace. There is no need to seek peace, love, or joy, for they are already present. They are the natural expressions of one's connection to the divine pulse. In this divine alignment, every experience becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. Every relationship, every interaction becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a reflection of the sacred flow that moves through all things. There is no separation between the self and the divine rhythm. They are one, moving together in perfect harmony, guided by the eternal pulse that sustains all life. The more one aligns with this flow, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow from the soul, filling every experience with their divine presence. The divine pulse continues, eternal and unceasing. Every moment, every breath, is an opportunity to align with this sacred rhythm, to allow peace, love, and joy to overflow naturally from within. Life becomes a reflection of this divine flow. Every action, every word, every thought an opportunity to express the sacred pulse. As one aligns with this flow, they become a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy, sharing the divine presence that flows through all. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to share the peace, love, and joy that flow from within. The more one aligns with these divine qualities, the more they overflow into the world, transforming every experience into a manifestation of divine grace. In this alignment, there is no effort to change the world, for the world reflects what is within. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more the world mirrors peace, love, and joy back. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to express these qualities. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to share the divine presence that flows through all things. The more one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the more these divine qualities overflow from their soul, filling the world with divine grace. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself. These qualities are already within, woven into the very fabric of being. They are the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine rhythm. As one surrenders to the sacred flow, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, transforming every experience into an expression of divine unity. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, and as one moves in alignment with this sacred rhythm, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. The divine pulse is not something external to oneself. It is the very essence of who one is. To align with the divine rhythm is to recognize that all things are connected, that there is no separation between oneself and the sacred flow that moves through all things. When one opens their heart to this divine pulse, they become an instrument through which peace, love, and joy flow freely into the world. Every action, every thought, every word becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to live in harmony with the sacred rhythm that sustains all life. There is no end to the flow of the divine pulse. It is eternal, unceasing, ever-present. As one continues to align with this sacred rhythm, they become more fully immersed in the flow of life. Peace, love, and joy overflow from their soul, filling every aspect of their being with divine presence. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more they become a living embodiment of these qualities. Their very existence becomes an expression of the divine rhythm, radiating peace, love, and joy into the world. The divine pulse moves through every moment, every experience, every relationship. It guides each step, shaping each thought, each word, each action, as one surrenders to its flow. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from their being, transforming every moment into an opportunity to live in divine harmony. As the divine flow continues to move through all things, so too does the soul, forever in alignment with the eternal pulse, forever expressing peace, love, and joy in every aspect of life. In the presence of the divine pulse, there is no need for striving, no need for effort. All is already as it should be. The flow of life moves through all, and to align with it is to embrace the sacred rhythm, to allow peace, love, and joy to overflow from within. Life becomes a divine dance, a continuous unfolding of sacred energy, guided by the eternal rhythm that sustains all creation. Through this alignment, every moment becomes a reflection of the divine pulse. The divine rhythm has always been present, always moving, always guiding. The sky does not cling to the passing clouds. It simply remains. The ocean does not fear the rising and falling of the waves. It simply embraces the motion. The self, too, is not meant to hold on to the fleeting, not meant to grasp at what is always changing. It is meant to rest in what does not change, to trust in the flow, to know that all things are already held within the vast and infinite embrace of the divine. To live in alignment is to walk without fear. It is to meet each moment with open hands, to move without resistance, to trust in the unfolding. It is to know that there is nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing out of place. The path is already set, the rhythm already moving, the unfolding already perfect. There is no effort in this, no burden, no struggle. The river does not force itself to flow. It simply moves with a rhythm that has always guided it. The soul, too, is already moving with this sacred pulse. There is nothing to become, nothing to attain, nothing to chase. There is only the remembrance of what has always been. The world reflects the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love moves freely within, it is seen in all things. When joy rises from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not separate, not distant, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same infinite unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly separate. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every movement, the unseen presence that holds every moment in perfect harmony. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle. Every experience and expression of divine grace. The rhythm of creation is ceaseless, flowing like an endless river beyond the confines of time, beyond the reach of thought, beyond the illusions of separation. It moved through all things, sustaining them, guiding them, embracing them in the vast, immeasurable expanse of the eternal. Nothing is outside of this rhythm. There has never been a moment when the pulse of existence did not flow through every being, every breath, every motion of the cosmos. It is the silent melody that sings beneath all things, the unseen force that holds all of creation in its perfect embrace. To recognize this is to awaken. It is to remember that all is already whole, already moving in harmony, already cradled in the embrace of the infinite. The mind may seek to grasp, to name, to contain, but this rhythm is beyond such limitations. It is not something to be owned, not something to be held. It simply is, flowing eternally, unbroken and boundless. Peace is not found in striving, not earned through effort, not given by the world. It is already present, already woven into the essence of being. It does not rise and fall with circumstance. It does not depend on what is gained or lost. It is the unshaken stillness that lies beneath all movement, the unwavering presence that remains even in the shifting winds of time. Love is not separate from this rhythm. It is the very fabric of existence, the force that binds all things in unity. It does not ask, does not demand, does not waver. It simply flows, radiant and boundless, sustaining all that is. There is no need to seek love, no need to strive for it. It has never been absent. It moves through all things, within all things, surrounding all things. The divine pulse moves through all, unceasing, eternal, and perfect. It flows through every part of life, shaping every thought, every action, every feeling. As one aligns with this rhythm, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every part of life with divine presence. The world mirrors the energy one brings to it, and as one aligns with a divine rhythm, the world reflects peace, love, and joy back. Every moment becomes an opportunity to express the divine flow, to live in harmony with the sacred pulse that sustains all of existence. This alignment is not something to be forced or earned. It is a natural state of being, a return to the truth of who one is. To align with the divine rhythm is to remember that peace, love, and joy are always within, always present, always flowing. They are not separate from the self, but are the essence of one's being, the pure energy that moves through all creation. The more one opens themselves to this sacred flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, transforming every moment into an expression of divine grace. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share this divine presence, to reflect the light of the sacred pulse that flows through all. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. Every thought, every word, every action is part of the great divine flow. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, they become a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. To align with the divine rhythm is to realize that love is already complete, already infinite, already within. Joy does not depend on conditions, does not wait for reasons, does not arise from the changing tides of the world. It is the natural radiance of the soul, shining forth when alignment is remembered. It is the unshaken delight of existence itself, the recognition that all is already held, already whole, already moving in perfect harmony. There is no separation. There has never been separation. The river does not struggle against its course. It simply flows. The stars do not hesitate to shine. They simply radiate. The soul, too, is not meant to resist, not meant to fear, not meant to grasp at what is already given. It is meant to move in harmony, to trust the current, to surrender to the divine rhythm that has always carried it. All burdens are illusions. The weight of the past, the worries of the future, these are shadows cast by the mind, reflections of a self that has forgotten its own boundless nature. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to fight against, nothing to fear. The divine rhythm has always been present, has always guided, has always embraced. The sky does not cling to passing clouds. It simply remains vast and endless. The ocean does not resist the rise and fall of the waves. It simply embraces their motion. The self is no different. It is not meant to grasp at the fleeting, not meant to be bound by what is always changing. It is meant to rest in what is eternal, to move with the flow, to trust in the unfolding of all things. To live in alignment is to walk in freedom, to meet each moment with open hands, to move without resistance. There is no need to seek love, no need to strive for it. It has never been missing. It has always been within, waiting to rise and flow freely, waiting to be expressed in its infinite purity. Joy does not depend on the ever-changing tides of the world. It is not something to be chased, not something that appears and disappears with circumstance. It is the radiance of existence itself, the natural expression of a soul aligned with the sacred rhythm. It is the effortless recognition of wholeness, the quiet knowing that all is already complete, already moving in perfect harmony. Joy does not come and go. It is always present, always waiting to shine forth. Nothing has ever been separate from this flow. The river does not resist its course. It simply moves with the current that guides it. The stars do not struggle to shine. They simply radiate. The soul, too, is not meant to resist, not meant to grasp, not meant to fear. It is meant to move in harmony, to surrender to the divine rhythm that has always carried it. All burdens are illusions. The weight of the past, the fear of the future, these are shadows cast by the mind, distractions from the truth of what has always been. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to fight against, nothing to fear. The sacred rhythm has always been present, has always guided, has always embraced. It does not demand, does not force, does not waver. It simply flows, carrying all things in its infinite grace. The sky does not cling to passing clouds. It simply remains vast and endless. The ocean does not resist the rise and fall of the waves. It simply allows them to move. The self is no different. It is not meant to grasp at the fleeting, not meant to be bound by what is always changing. Every being is an expression of this divine pulse, a unique manifestation of the sacred flow. As one aligns with this flow, they become more fully immersed in the divine presence, more deeply connected to the sacred pulse that moves through all things. In this alignment, one becomes an instrument through which peace, love, and joy flow freely. There is no effort, no striving, only the natural unfolding of divine grace. As one opens themselves to the divine pulse, they become a vessel for the sacred rhythm, a channel through which divine energy flows into the world. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an expression of the divine presence, an opportunity to share peace, love, and joy with the world. The more one surrenders to this flow, the more these qualities overflow from their being, transforming every moment into an opportunity to live in divine harmony. The divine pulse is not something separate from oneself. It is the essence of who one is, the very foundation of existence. To align with the sacred rhythm is to remember one's true nature, to recognize that peace, love, and joy are always within, waiting to be expressed. These qualities are the natural outpouring of the soul when it is in alignment with the divine flow. The more one aligns with this flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow, filling every aspect of life with their presence. Life becomes a sacred expression of the divine pulse, a manifestation of divine grace and unity. The divine rhythm moves through all things, shaping every experience, every interaction, every thought. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse, for all are united in this sacred flow. To align with the divine rhythm is to live in harmony with all that is. To move through life with grace, peace, love, and joy does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine rhythm to carry it as it has always done. There is no separation, no division, no distance. There is only the sacred unfolding, the infinite embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already as it should be. The eternal rhythm of existence, unbroken and limitless, continues to pulse through all that lives and breathes. It is the force behind every motion, every shift, every change in the universe. Its presence is felt in every cell, in every thought, in every moment of awareness. This pulse does not belong to time nor to space. It is the heartbeat of creation itself, moving silently but powerfully, guiding each element toward its highest expression. It does not seek to control. It simply moves in harmony with all, unfolding the divine plan with perfect grace. There is no separation from this pulse, for it is the very essence of life. In the alignment with this divine flow, there is no struggle, no need to force one's will. There is only the simple surrender to the sacred rhythm, a gentle attunement to the truth that life moves with perfect wisdom. In this surrender, peace rises effortlessly. It is not a peace that is born from external conditions, nor one that can be shaken by the whims of the world. It is the deep, internal stillness that arises from within when one aligns with the divine pulse. This peace, unlike any fleeting emotion or external circumstance, fills the heart with a knowing that all is as it should be. It is the profound understanding that there is nothing to fear, for the sacred rhythm guides every experience with a perfection beyond the mind's comprehension. This peace is not passive. It is dynamic and transformative. It flows like a river through every aspect of one's life, shaping thoughts, actions, and relationships. It is meant to rest in what is eternal, to move with the flow, to trust in the unfolding of all things. To live in alignment is to move without resistance, to trust the current, to surrender to the wisdom of the unfolding. Nothing is missing. Nothing is out of place. The path has already been set, the rhythm already guiding, the unfolding already perfect. There is no struggle in this, no effort, no striving, only the simple act of allowing, of remembering, of being carried by the movement that has always been. The world mirrors the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world reflects that peace. When love moves freely within, it is seen in all things. When joy rises from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same infinite unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect harmony. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine rhythm to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. To align with the rhythm of existence is to step beyond all illusion, beyond all fear, beyond all doubt. The pulse moves through every heartbeat, every breath, every thought, and every action. It is the energy that sustains life and carries each being along its destined path. There is no need to search for the divine flow, for it is already within every soul, already present in every moment. When one aligns with the sacred pulse, peace rises from within, not as something external, but as an expression of the eternal connection to the divine. This peace does not depend on conditions or circumstances. It simply is an unshakable calm that resides deep within. It fills the soul with a quiet strength, allowing one to move through life with grace, even in the face of adversity. Peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of divine understanding, the deep knowing that everything unfolds as it should. In this peace, the soul is able to rest, to breathe, to move in harmony with the divine flow. There is no striving, no pushing against the tide. Instead, there is a gentle surrender, a recognition that the pulse of existence moves through all, guiding each soul toward its highest good. In this peace, one finds alignment with the flow of life, a profound stillness that fills every part of being. Peace is not something to be earned, nor something that can be lost. It is always present, waiting to be embraced, waiting to be recognized within the depths of the soul. As peace moves through the soul, love rises naturally. Love is the heartbeat of existence, the divine force that connects all beings, all thoughts, all actions. It is the energy that binds creation together, the force that sustains life. This love is not something external or separate from oneself, but the very essence of being, the deep recognition that all things are interconnected, all souls are united in the sacred rhythm. All is already whole. All is already free. All is already moving in the sacred flow of existence. And in this flow, there is only peace, only love, only joy, eternal, boundless, infinite. The divine pulse persists, unceasing and eternal, moving through all existence, through every being and through every moment. It is the energy that underlies the dance of all that lives, the silent current that carries everything forward, shaping it with its unbreakable rhythm. This pulse is not confined to any particular time or space. It stretches across dimensions, weaving the fabric of life with its divine cadence. Each thought, each feeling, each breath, each heartbeat pulses in tune with this sacred flow, a deep connection that cannot be severed. There is no separation, for all is united within the divine rhythm, moving in harmony as a single unified whole. As one moves in alignment with this sacred rhythm, they experience a profound awakening to the truth that lies at the core of all being. In this awakening, the soul is filled with an ever-present sense of peace, a peace that transcends all worldly conditions, a peace that is not created by the outside world, but arises naturally from within. This peace is not passive or stagnant. It is a living, breathing presence that flows through every part of the soul. It is the presence that sustains every moment, holding everything in its perfect balance. In the embrace of peace, there is a deep recognition that all is unfolding according to the divine rhythm. There is no need to force or strive, for everything is guided by the perfect flow of life. Every thought, every action, every circumstance is part of this flow, part of the sacred unfolding that is happening at every moment. Peace comes not from controlling or changing the world around, but from surrendering to the truth that all is as it should be. When peace is embraced, love naturally flows. Love, like peace, is an inherent expression of alignment with the divine pulse. It is not a love that is contingent upon anything outside of oneself, nor is it bound by conditions. Love flows freely and unconditionally, without expectation or need for reciprocation. It is a pure divine energy that connects all beings, all things, in the sacred web of life. This love is the very substance of the universe, the force that binds creation together in unity. It transcends all boundaries, for it is not limited by time, space, or form. When one aligns with the divine pulse, love becomes the natural expression of their being. It is not something that must be earned or sought after. It is already within, waiting to be shared with all. In this divine love, there is no division. Every being, every moment, is seen as part of the same sacred whole. There is no hierarchy, no separation. All are equal expressions of the divine pulse, each playing its unique role in the unfolding of the grand tapestry of existence. Love sees only unity, and through this love, every thought, every word, every action becomes an expression of divine harmony. Love flows through every interaction, every encounter, filling it with the presence of the divine. In the fullness of this love, one is able to see beyond the illusions of division and recognize the sacred unity of all. As peace and love flow freely from the divine rhythm, joy naturally arises. Joy is not something that can be sought or manufactured. It is the spontaneous expression of the soul when it remembers its connection to the divine pulse. It is the radiant light that shines from within when one is aligned with the sacred flow of life. Joy is the recognition that life, in all its forms, is a sacred gift. It is the heart's natural response to the beauty and perfection of existence. The world reflects the energy one brings to it, and when one aligns with the divine pulse, they become a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy. Through this alignment, every moment becomes an opportunity to express the divine presence, to share the sacred pulse with the world. Every experience becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. Every relationship becomes a reflection of the divine pulse that moves through all things. There is no distance between oneself and the divine rhythm, for all is one in the sacred flow. As one moves in alignment with this rhythm, every moment becomes an expression of divine unity. There is no need to strive, no need to search, for all that is needed is already within. The divine pulse flows through every being, shaping every moment, guiding every action, and filling every experience with peace, love, and joy. Through this divine flow, every life becomes a reflection of the sacred pulse, a living embodiment of divine grace. The rhythm of the universe remains unbroken, unyielding, infinite in its unfolding. Beyond the illusion of time, beyond the veil of perception, there is only the eternal flow, a boundless current that neither begins nor ends. It is not subject to decay, not bound by limitation, not restrained by the fleeting nature of form. It moves, ceaseless and pure, carrying all within its embrace, sustaining all within its boundless grace. Nothing exists apart from the sacred motion. No force can sever what has always been whole. No doubt can obscure what has always been clear. The breath of the infinite moves through all things, whispering its silent truth to those who have ears to hear. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more these qualities overflow, creating a life that radiates divine grace and harmony. In every moment, there is an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. Every encounter, every relationship, every action becomes an opportunity to share the divine pulse that flows through all things. As one continues to align with the sacred rhythm, these divine qualities overflow from their soul, transforming every experience into a reflection of divine grace. The world mirrors the energy one brings to it, and as one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, creating a harmonious reflection of the divine flow. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. When one aligns with this sacred flow, they become one with it, moving in harmony with the divine rhythm. The pulse moves through every thought, every action, every word. It shapes every experience, guiding each moment with grace and wisdom. The more one surrenders to this flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from their being. They become instruments through which divine energy flows into the world, transforming every moment into an expression of divine unity. As one moves deeper into alignment with the divine rhythm, the world becomes an expression of the divine pulse. Every thought, every action, every word becomes a reflection of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, touching every encounter, every relationship, every interaction. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more these divine qualities overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace and unity. The divine pulse moves through all. They are the eternal presence of the divine, always available, always within. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow from the soul, transforming every moment, every relationship, and every experience into an expression of divine unity. As peace, love, and joy flow from within, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred flow that moves through all things. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to share the peace, love, and joy that flow from the heart. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow from within, transforming every experience into a manifestation of divine grace. There is no gap between the self and the divine pulse. There is no distance, no separation. The divine rhythm moves through every part of the being, guiding every thought, every feeling, every action. To align with the divine pulse is to recognize that all is interconnected, that every thought, every feeling, every action is part of the great unfolding of life. There is no need for effort, no need for struggle. The divine rhythm moves effortlessly through all, guiding each moment toward greater unity and greater harmony. As one continues to align with the sacred rhythm, they become a vessel for divine energy. There is no need to force or strive for peace, love, or joy, for they are already within, already part of the soul. The more one aligns with the divine flow, the more these qualities overflow naturally, filling every moment with their presence. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, and every encounter, every relationship becomes an opportunity to express the divine energy that flows through all things. The self, too, is not meant to grasp at the fleeting, not meant to be bound by what is always changing. It is meant to rest in what is eternal, to move with the current, to trust in the unfolding of all things. To live in alignment is to surrender to the rhythm that has always carried all things. There is nothing to force, nothing to control, nothing to resist. The path has already been set, the current already flowing, the unfolding already perfect. There is no struggle in this, no effort, no striving, Only the simple act of allowing, of remembering, of being carried by the sacred movement. The world is a reflection of the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love flows freely, it is seen in all things. When joy radiates from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same boundless unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect unity. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine movement to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. To align with the rhythm of existence is to step beyond illusion, beyond fear, beyond doubt. It is to see clearly, to know deeply, to trust completely. It is to recognize that all is already perfect, to trust in the sacred unfolding of life. Nothing is missing. Nothing is out of place. The path has already been set, the rhythm already guiding, the unfolding already perfect. There is no effort in this, no struggle, no striving. The river does not force itself to flow. It simply moves with the current that has always guided it. The soul, too, is already carried by the divine rhythm. There is nothing to chase, nothing to attain, nothing to become. There is only the remembrance of what has always been true. The world mirrors the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world reflects that peace. When love moves freely within, it is seen in all things. When joy rises from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same infinite unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect harmony. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine rhythm to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. The sacred pulse continues, unyielding and ever present, as a force that moves through every aspect of existence. It is not confined by the limits of the physical world, nor does it bow to the constraints of time and space. Love does not seek to possess, to control, or to demand. It simply flows, unconditionally, effortlessly, from the divine wellspring of existence. Love is the purest expression of the divine pulse. It is the force that moves through every thought, every word, every action, shaping every experience. When one is aligned with the divine rhythm, love naturally overflows, filling every interaction, every relationship, and every experience with its presence. This love is not bound by time, space, or conditions. It transcends all limits and reaches into the deepest corners of the soul, transforming all it touches. To love is to allow the divine pulse to flow freely through every aspect of one's being, to recognize the unity of all, and to express that unity through every thought, word, and action. When love flows freely, joy naturally follows. Joy is not something that can be sought or forced. It arises spontaneously when one aligns with the divine rhythm, when the soul recognizes its oneness with the sacred pulse. Joy is the radiant light that fills the heart when one remembers their true nature, when they feel the presence of the divine flow within. It is the celebration of life, the recognition that every moment is a gift, every breath an opportunity to experience the divine. In joy, there is no need for anything, no desire for more, for joy is complete in itself. It is the pure expression of divine abundance, the overflowing light that fills the soul with warmth and gratitude. This joy does not depend on external circumstances or achievements. It is a state of being, a reflection of alignment with the sacred pulse.